What's up with this internet shit? Scrapple TV.
Hi, Kenzos, and welcome to another edition of Kenzo News. I'm Heather Barton.
And I'm Richie Antipuna. And this is Kenzo News.
I already said that.
Acknowledge my song, bring my posse along to the party, could change the zone. From the heart is in effect, so I say buddy, study, think and learn, dig the move we made, stunning those that just can't.
Well, we would like to start this show with our deepest sympathy to the friends and family of Billy McHugh.
Yes.
Billy was killed by a hit-and-run driver on April 10th around 2:30 in the morning on Richmond Street at Sargent. They said that after he was hit, he rode the hood of the car for about 50 feet before he flew off. The only description of the car at this point is that it was dark in color and it's missing an air deflector from the hood, and there's possible front-end damage and a broken windshield. If anybody has any information, please contact police immediately.
What?
Cover the meet and greet.
What do you mean cover the meet and greet? That's
Like,
what I
tell
said,
what
cover the meet and greet?
No, you asshole. You say about what happened to the meet at the meet and greet.
What the fuck is this?
Special delivery?
Well,
Open
on
it.
a happier note, we're going to talk about the first Kenzo meet and greet.
Right.
And what's this package here for?
I have no idea. Well, why don't you talk about the meet and greet and then we can open it.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a very successful event. There was no problems. You know, everybody had a good time. Everybody, you know,
How would you know
great
that?
time. And
How would you know?
Well, up to the point where I don't remember.
Yeah, because as I recall, you took a tumble down a few stairs
Yeah.
at the end of the night
A
and
little more than a few.
bumped your head, and
Yes.
that's why we had to miss the show last week, because you looked like the Elephant Man.
I did look like the Elephant Man.
Which I thought would have been great for TV, but you chose not to show up.
I just couldn't. I would have done it looking like that. I just
Came
couldn't
out,
do it.
I'm not a monster.
I am not a monster.
Yeah. But it was fun. Thanks for everybody who came. I know that you were really upset because after you were taken out by ambulance, you lost your hat. And it was being held for ransom by Colleen Davis, and she put it up on auction.
And the highest bid was what?
I believe $10,000.
No, 100.
Okay. So
By Fat
I talked
Bobby
to her
Kirby.
the other day, and yesterday also, she said that she sold
Did
the
she
hat.
sell it?
She
That's
sold
cool.
the hat.
That's what's up.
So
I hope Fat Bobby Kirby didn't actually win the bid with that $100 bid, because his fucking head's too fat for that hat.
let's see what your special
So let's see
delivery
what
is
the
from
special
one of your
delivery
fans.
is. Oh, it's from a fan?
I guess. Who else would send it to you? Unless it's a bomb.
How the fuck am I supposed to open it? I don't have nails.
Really?
Yeah, so made it there.
That's because you never got Christmas presents. You're not used to opening up presents. You know what? You're right. Jesus Christ.
How many Kenzos does it take to open up a box? Dude!
Depending on what it is. Oh my God.
Oh my God, British Knights. Oh no, these are Reeboks.
Remember them? British Knights?
yeah.
They still have.
I said British Knights. There's a letter that says, surprise, next time you're out drinking and decide to do backflips, leave your hat home. If you lose it again, the next person may not return it to you. Love you, Colleen.
Oh, so she had a
Thank
heart
you,
and decided to
Colleen.
give it back to you.
Yes, she did. She took some pictures.
The magic
later on.
hat. And I also.
And at this point
Oh,
is where
sorry.
you'll see me pull out my can of cootie spray that I've been carrying since about first grade. Right there.
Okay. I also have a gift for you from me and Laura. Yeah, so that we can go out again.
All right, I got a crash helmet.
Finally, you can walk
This
up
is my after 12
drink.
attire.
After 12. Do not serve him alcohol after 12 when he's wearing this helmet.
My after 12
That's
attire.
what you have
is
to
it,
wear.
Catcher's mitt?
Well, it's going to protect you.
Let's see. Okay.
So, back to the news.
Well, in local news, on the Philadelphia neighborhood's website, what used to be a crack house at 2133 Huntington Street could be a seafood market, but The fucking lovely city of Philadelphia zoning board and their adjustment said, fuck no to a variance application for the only sustainable seafood market in Philly. The Otolith Company wanted to sell wholesale pre-packed frozen seafood in the front room with an office and live upstairs. Residents, leaders, and city councilman Frank DeChico were all in support of this, but ZBA still said, no, no, no. Otolith believes the reason is because of the potential smell of fish in a residential neighborhood. I highly doubt that because he's not too far from the avenue where there's plenty of smells of fishes coming day and night.
I would
I don't
like to get
understand.
her.
There was a seafood place on the 2000 block of Huntington Street. They accepted food stamps and all for seafood.
Works?
Deliver it and all. Yeah, works.
It was right off
The
of
green building.
Yeah, went there for
Right
years.
on,
They
yeah.
had great food, but they're not going to cook food and all there. It's just to purchase it.
Right.
And it's all
Frozen.
from Alaska. They have their own. Oh, I'm not going to
Right.
promote their thing.
No
Yeah,
commercials.
we'll see, but contact us. So anyway, on the Philadelphia Neighborhoods website, the Walk and Fish Theater, located at 2509 Frankfurt Avenue, which they have a lot of different shows there throughout the year. You have to go to their website to find out when they're. I can't even look at you. I can't even. Well, they're in financial trouble right now. For the last 5 years, the theater has been run by a nonprofit production company, Be Someday, that's the name of it. A look at financial data shows that the nation's economic downturns are hurting the theater's ability to get donations.
That is a shame. People can't even go out to the theater.
Oh, shut up. Well, that has led to a dramatic decrease in donations from private and public sources. So for more information, go to the Walk and Fish Theater. The community outreach programs that they have there for kids and adult classes, children's classes, and everything like that. You can find all that information at besomeday.org.
Well, school reviews on everyblock.com reports that Jones, it actually says, ugh. This school is really
It's
just...
like, not ugh. She meant,
Well, that don't say, it's UGH.
Right, but
The G
whatever.
silent.
No,
Shut
that's
the
how
f-
people write it.
Get
Sometimes
the
they
fuck,
say
they-
it's,
They put UH.
like, oh my God, like,
All right, well, because she's the writer and spelled the shit wrong,
I
guess
didn't
I'll
spell
take
it.
the
That
fall.
was what the person wrote.
Well,
I
then
wrote
it-
exactly what
then
they
it
wrote.
says ugh.
All right, shut up.
This school is really just wanting to start fights. Most of the kids are just troublemakers. I don't believe it. I want to jump.
You went there. That's exactly why it's like that now,
And I
because you
got-
led
I
the
got
pack.
I got shipped to the alternative program.
Exactly.
And I had to wear this helmet during class. And they say that was submitted by a parent. And then they say talk about Conwell. They say, my daughter will be graduating from Conwell this year, and I regret ever sending her to this school. Because Heather Barton used to go to this school, and
Yes, I
every
did.
girl that comes out of there seems like a hooker. In order to keep the funding they receive, they do not report or suspend violent children. There has been several
That's
instances.
not true. I got suspended a lot in that school.
That's my point. There's been several instances of bullying, threats, and actual fights that the principal and the teachers do not give the attention it deserves. By doing that, they fail the children. It's insane what these kids get away with in this school. But since there are no major behavior problems reported in that school, they can boast about their blue ribbon. One parent that I have befriended actually had to press a personal complaint and take another student to court for bullying in juvenile court because the school would not take action.
No, there is a lot of serious stuff about bullying in schools
Yeah.
and stuff that is really sad. Well, speaking of schools, it was reported in Philly.com that Nutter and Ramsey think that cops should be in charge of school security, and that putting city police in the schools is one of the ways to help curb the violence.
I don't agree with that.
Well, that's your opinion, but there are 19 schools out of 257 in the district that are classified as persistently dangerous, according to the state guidelines. Now, to make the list, a school with more than 1,000 students must have 20 dangerous incidents a year that lead to arrest for things like aggravated assault or rape. The article also pointed out that the police department is currently 143 officers short of its authorized strength of 6,500, and on any given day, an additional 500 are unavailable for duty because of like injuries, medical issues, internal affairs investigations, and other issues.
Or robbing drug dealers.
Well, so this is my point. I mean, they say we don't have enough cops on the streets now, so how are they going to take the cops and put them in the schools?
Where are they going to get the money?
And would the cops really want to work in the schools with these kids? I
Well,
mean,
they would have to if that's what they had to do, but who the fuck's going to pay them?
I just think it takes a certain type of cop to work among teenagers. I know in my son's high school there was a really good cop. He loved kids and they respected him or whatever.
He
and he
was
helped.
a fucking pedophile.
No, he wasn't a pedophile. He was a young guy.
Neither was
just
the
like them.
priests either.
Oh, you're just so negative and pessimistic.
Priests are good
I think
people.
what we should do is go out and ask people what they think in their opinion, and if
We
they think
should.
that
That's
cops
what we'll
should be in
do.
schools,
We
you know,
will do that.
and actually carry guns and everything with teenagers running around. Is it that needed and necessary for cops to be put in schools?
Well, that's it for this week at Kenzo News.
Hopefully we'll be back for next week if Richie doesn't bump his head again.
No, I got restraints here. This might fucking this will help me.
Okay. Well, that's it. Happy Easter.
Live, love, laugh.
He has to steal my line.
You don't even say it no more.
Because you always say it. How do my ears
I make
look?
fun of you though.